everything, and so it shook things up. Having said that, Rapple.
Absolutely, Maiden. Totally agree with your point. But here we have spawning at the bottom side of the map in the blue color playing as Gaia. His name is Tunison. His opponent today on the top side of the map in the red color playing as Fuxi. It's Ulysses. I'd like to hear from Maiden, who's co-casting with us today, his opinion on the Chinese civilization.
I don't know. It's so new still. It's so new. It's cool, man. It's really cool. Like all the graphics, like the little tree. I can't remember what it's called, but the tree. We're just seeing all the new god powers, the dragons, the Quafu. They're all cool, man. It's. I think that it's super exciting to see something fresh. In the game. I know Retold already is so fresh, but the graphics look good. The Chinese civilization graphics look cool. There's been tons of ideas for god powers and myth units and everything that have been thrown around on Reddit threads and forums and Discord all over the place. It's just cool to see it come to fruition.
Oh, for sure. And I'd like to ask you a question. Don't you think like these Kofurs look a little bit like those Aztec giants in the past? Like they were building buildings? Do you remember the Aztec civilization, Maiden?
Yeah. Just for context, everybody, there's a group of modders back on one of the old versions of AOM. They created a whole new civilization, the Aztec civilization, and yeah, that was one of the myth units. It was this giant that could build and attack and everything. It was really cool. I actually forgot about that unit. I can't remember what it's called, but that's a good call, dude.
I don't remember either. I only remember the unit. But anyways.
The names were hard to remember, in all fairness.
Well, yeah, for sure. Like, imagine it will take so long for us to learn the Chinese names now that this is a new Civ. I doubt we're gonna be remembering those names in 10 years from now, for example. But yeah, anyways, the Gaia player here, that's a matchup in my opinion that might actually be Gaia favored. I mean, obviously I don't have as many games with Fuxi as I have with Gaia, for example, but I believe Gaia has a stronger economy than Fuxi, and Fuxi overall has the strongest god powers and the stronger late game units. We'll see how that's gonna go. Did you watch the first game we casted of Recon against Gvoth, which was the exact same one? So
I only caught games 4.
Yeah, they made a very interesting approach. So Recon, Gvoth was playing Gaia, and he went for the very standard Gaia 2 town centers, fast heroic, spam Contarius. You know that build, you have heard about it, right?
Of course.
Yeah, people just grabbing a town center as Gaia and spamming out Contarius with Poseidon's secret upgrade. And Recon saw that move, saw what Gvoth was doing, and he responded by dropping those Chinese bauleys, the Chinese fortresses, to help you out. And he tried to spam out cavalry himself, so it was a cavalry war between Chinese and Atlantean. So I'm thinking if Ulysses is going to take the same approach, or if he will prefer to go over Chinese Gehalberdier and build those Chinese spearmen that are stronger than the Egyptian spearmen and counter the Gaia cavalry. Gonna be interesting to see.
Did it work out for Recon? How well did it do?
No, it didn't work out at all. because
okay.
Because you know you have to build like such expensive buildings. It's very similar to Vanilla Maiden. Remember when on Vanilla people were playing Zeus and were trying to build fortresses in order to train Myrmidons.
Mm-hmm.
Now for you to build cavalry as Chinese, you have to build fortresses. Otherwise you have no access to cavalry at all. So Imagine facing somebody who can spam Myrmidons from barracks against somebody who can only build Myrmidons from fortresses. Who's gonna win the fight?
Yep. Yeah. When in AOM it comes a lot of the game, a lot of battles, it comes down to numbers rather than upgrades or micro or anything, especially in like a straight up cavalry melee fight like that. It just comes down to numbers, so there's no way. I'm not surprised to hear you say that it didn't work at all. I thought you would throw me a curveball and say, oh, it was brilliant, it worked, but I'm not too surprised to hear that it didn't work out.
Oh no. And that Yaz is stuck on the woodlands, casting a special ability is gonna go down. Very unfortunate start for Ulysses. And not only that, but the automaton will also heal after killing that myth unit.
Nice.
Oh no.
So, Rapple, here's... Oh, you don't like the turbo spam?
I don't know. Do you like it?
I have no idea. I mean, China's still such a new civilization. I mean, I've played it a couple of times myself, not a ton, however. I know of the god powers and things that are really strong, but in terms of just kind of game to game standard meta, I don't really know what it is, honestly. So I don't know if this is good or bad.
I understand. So this was like a legacy strategy. I don't remember if you remember how. I don't know if you remember how Titans Uranus was played. Atlanteans in general, actually, in the legacy game, where people would open one town center, double Therma, into grabbing 3 town centers. That was the old style. And that was before Therma were nerfed. Now on Rito they're a little bit nerfed. So I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work out for Tunison here. It looks like he's approaching this playstyle. I think he was pretty scared of a pioneer rush. Something that Chinese players tend to open with, train a couple of heroes and raid around at the very early game and harass economy, so opening with Therma does make sense to me. But what would make more sense to me is scouting to see whether the Chinese player is rushing you or not. Because now Ulysses is on a second town center, freely booming and sitting in his base with all the resources he has. Rhinoceros, some backhands, some gazelles in the corner, goats, berries, chickens. He has all the food in the world to play with. So, what do you think? Do you like this approach, Maiden?
I'm not too sure. I think that if he has set up his economy for Terma spam. Oh, interesting. Is he gonna pick off another myth unit there?
Well, it's also stuck on the wood line. You don't wanna cast their ability around wood lines. That's because they stuck. They stuck no matter what. So try to use it around the not on top of the wood line. Go around the wood line and then cast its special ability. This is clearly a bug. At least it managed to escape. Yes, there we go.
Okay, but in all, like I said, the graphics are super sick. That special is so cool looking, dude. I think it's way cool. Oof. Losing your terminal like that a little unnecessary. Also, Rappa, here's my take on this matchup, and let's see what you think. His economy is already set up for Terma spam, wood and gold. So I think that he can maybe go and grab a second town center himself if he really wanted to. It looks like he's not going for that. He's not interested in. I'm talking about Tunison in blue. I thought he could maybe take a second town center himself. His economy is going to be better. He's going to have a nice power spike, maybe around the heroic age on a second gold line. That's what I was thinking. He could even, with a bunch of automatons, he could maybe, like what he's doing, put some nice pressure early on. Okay, maybe. I thought that maybe Ulysses, as China, would maybe have a rough time building up to secure a second town center, maybe? Since, like you said, the economy of Gaia is going to be so much better.
Oh yeah, for sure. But to me, it looks like Tunison wants to go for an all-in, pretty popular build with Gaia, full Therma mixed with automatons. He wants to snipe down the heroes, and this is why I like this. Chinese civilization only has archer heroes in the classical age. Those pioneers have the archer tag, which means they get countered by anti-archer units such as Therma. Therma do bonus damage against archers. So Tunison has the exact one unit he needs to kill Ulysses' heroes. And then he can let all these automatons, he can let all of his myth units do the rest of the work. Because these myth units will kill all the human soldiers, will kill villagers, and will destroy buildings as well. They also, nice special ability. I also really like this automaton play, because these automatons have 64 pierce armor. So arrows nearly do no damage to them. And what do pioneers do? The Chinese heroes, they do pierce damage. So it's like, you know, it's like having Hippolyta attacking a Colossus. Wouldn't that take forever to kill the Colossus? Does it make sense so far?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You sounded really sketched out about the Terma play, but now it sounds like you're stoked on the Terma play, man.
Well, seeing the automatons added, yeah. Just building Therma would be a disaster, but mixing the automaton scene, that's gonna actually win him a lot, looks like. He's committing. Oh my god. There we see the lightning weapons being cast. That was a waste. That works only on human units, doesn't work on heroes. It works on buildings actually too. Let's see if that's gonna work out for him. One Kuafu is about to go down. Will it go down? Will the Kuafu go? Oh, he saves the Kuafu. Nice. At least παίζανε.
Do you like this?
Yeah?
Do you like this aggression here, Rapple? Like I was mentioning a timing on an exterior gold mine, so that he'd get gold starved and lose the game that way. But he's going for the town center. Is this a little bit too yellow here?
I
Maybe
don't think
not,
so.
dude. Holy smokes!
It's okay. Look at those villagers being idle the entire time and separating the reinforcements. Look at him. He's just taking fights where the villager waypoints are, and as well as where the military production buildings are. So this is amazing aggression from Tunison so far, doing a very good job snapping down Ulysses units and idling his economy.
Exactly, dude. And look where the Terma are positioned. I love where the Terma are positioned, because like you said, the Terma are countering the heroes of red. The horses countering the heroes of red. So the heroes have not touched the Mythuna automatons.
Exactly, and there was a heroic age actually. Will that be enough to save this town center from being taken down? Looks like another spider lair is casted. Those heroes are going down. You have the Tau Wu myth unit approaching the fight. Gonna be helping a lot, but if the town center goes down, that's the end for Ulysses. There is no more forest protection. Forest protection was protecting Ulysses from losing his base, but since the town center was taken down, forest protection is also expired now, and there's nothing for Ulysses to do to come back into this game, and Tunison gets the victory. What a game!
Well done, man. You said that it was Gaia favored from the start. Looks to be true to me. Man,
Well.
that was really well executed.
Indeed, what a game! What a game! Very nice aggression from Tunison. Ulysses could have had a little bit of a better approach, but I really like Tunison's aggression, and I think as Ulysses here, you might wanna grab a second town center. I can accept that, but by the time you build your second town center, you instantly drop a couple of military camps, and you start building those Wuzu Javelin, these units here. They counter Terma. They also cost wood and gold. And look at them, they only cost 10 gold. You can mass them out
10
easily.
gold?
Out of one gold mine. 75 wood, which wood is very easy to get. You have 3 woodlands, you start with 4 woodlands in your base. And 10 gold.